Hello and welcome to our reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Marvel Legends Mandroid series, Marvel Now Captain America. So yes, here we have the Marvel Now version of Captain America from the recent Marvel reboot. Well, I guess it's not so recent anymore. But anyway, I mostly picked this up because I don't actually have a Marvel Legends Captain America, and I don't feel like spending lots of money on the Toy Biz one that's actually pretty decent. So I decided to go ahead and pick this one up until I feel like dropping money on the Face-Off series one. It's a pretty good figure, although it could certainly be better. It comes with a shield, of course, and a piece of the Mandroid. So let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, scope paint details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison here. You can see we have the Marvel Now Captain America. Here's a Marvel Select Captain America. And here's Marvel Universe 3 3/4 inch Wolverine. As always, Marvel Legends are about 6-inch scale, so smaller than Marvel Select and bigger than Marvel Universe. Now let's get the other two out of here and just look at Marvel Now Captain America. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Here you can see Captain America. He is mostly blue, as in his pants and upper chest are blue. His upper chest has some nice scale mail texturing to it. Could really use some paint to bring up the texture a bit more, but unfortunately this figure is mostly flat colors. Star in the center of the chest. Red and white colors there on the abdomen, which are kind of a shiny paint, and I have mixed feelings about it. I think it looks kind of cool, but it also makes it look kind of cheap. He has black accents on his chest, and also has black knee pads. He's got a brown belt there, with a grayish sort of belt buckle. He has some gloves that have some nice detail sculpted into them, but once again, no real paint to bring it out. And the same thing goes for the boots. All in all, sculpting and everything looks really nice, but he just lacks paint, and I think I've seen someone that has given this thing a wash, and it makes it look like 10,000 times better. It's not a bad figure, it just looks a bit cheap-ish. Anyway, let's go ahead and zoom in on the head sculpt. Zooming in on Captain America's head sculpt, you can see he's got his helmet up there with the big A on the front. He's got some reasonably well-painted eyes, sort of stern expression, a little blackish gray chin strap down there along the bottom. And on the sides, he has a little bit of sculpted detail, and he has his little wings painted there on the side. Overall, the face sculpt looks pretty good. I don't really have any complaints about it. Now let's zoom out and look at some articulation. Our articulation-wise, Captain America is about as good as you should be expecting from Hasbro around this point. Ball disc head, up and down, side to side. Ball joint shoulders, in and out, forward and back, bicep cut, double joint elbows, wrist cut and hinge, abdominal joint, which works pretty well. It's also clicky. Waist cut, ball joint hips, in and out, forward and back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot cut, ankle hinge, and pivot. So, like I said, pretty much everything you really should expect from a Hasbro Marvel Legend nowadays, and you can get him into pretty much any pose you really need to. So that about wraps it up for Captain America's articulation and detail. Let's move on to his accessories and his piece of Mandroid. And, of course, you only really need one accessory for Captain America, and that is his shield. It, of course, is red, white, and blue, has a star in the center. It has sort of a almost sparkly, marbly kind of paint to it. It looks pretty cool. It has sculpting on the inside, but there's no paint to any of the rivets or bolts or any of that kind of stuff. It clips onto his wrist, or it can peg into the hole in his back, if you so desire. And lastly, here is Captain America's piece of Mandroid. It is the head. It's got sort of a dome sort of shape, a little bit of sculpted detail on it. Got an orange and yellow visor there in the front. It doesn't have any articulation in and of itself, but it does have a socket for a ball peg. So I'm guessing it will have ball peg motion once you actually have it attached to the Mandroid. Alright, that about wraps it up for all of Captain America's accessories, so let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, Captain America comes in the new standard for the Marvel Legends packaging. Got your Captain America logo up there at the top, big window, Build-A-Figure Mandroid, Marvel Legends Infinite Series, Marvel Now Captain America down there at the bottom. On the back, you get a big picture of the figure, as well as a little description. Down at the bottom shows a picture of the Build-A-Figure Mandroid, Marvel Now Captain America, Red Skull and the Hydra Soldier, Baron Zemo and the AIM Soldier, and then the three things that were not announced at this time, which were Black Widow, Winter Soldier, and the World War II Captain America. As always, these are good for in or out of package display, so yeah, Captain America. Alright, that wraps it up Captain America, so until next time, goodbye.
Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.